Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Movie Melee. We got an exciting match for you today. We got Robert Castner going up against Jacob Cameron. Robert has been having, obviously, a great bounce-back year this year in Melee and just having a great year in Multiplex in general. And Jacob Cameron is obviously, he's been one of the star rookies, I think, of this season, just playing very impressively so far this year. Joining me on the desk today, by the way, I'm Dylan Van Thine. I forget to say that every time I host. Joining me on the desk today in the co-hosting chair for once is actually Mark. Mark, how are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. I mean, I don't know if they really need to know like our names. Like, we're just kind of.
That's true.
You mean you're like window dressing?
Yes, we're just vessels to deliver the questions, really.
Yeah, but no, it should be a good one. Jacob, I think, is an exciting rookie. I think he started off pretty good, 2-1, and then we got Robert, as you said, putting a turnaround in. And somebody's just kind of been through it. Sometimes, once you kind of get in that skid, it's tough to turn around. But Robert's been handing in a pretty good season so far.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's just jump right into the pre-match interviews right now, starting with our lower-ranked competitor, Jacob Cameron, and their manager, Mr. VHS, Nazario Montenegro. Jacob, you're back. I know your last match didn't go the way you wanted when you ran into a perfect game in David, which is pretty hard to come back from, especially when the wheel's not on your side. But it's a new game. New day. What are your thoughts on the match today and your opponent, one Robert Castner?
My expert analysis on my match against David. Ant boot. So there is that. But you know what? I had to lose at some point. Couldn't have lost to a better competitor. David is just really impressive. But I'm going up against another Fun DMC guy. I will not be Fun DMC's punching bag. So I'm ready. Let's do this.
First of all, it's Fundacum. Say it right. Also, you're playing Robert Castner, and Castner may be a ghost, but he's a friendly one.
It's fair. All right. Well, thank you for those wise words, Nazario. We'll put you backstage for now. And we will bring in Robert Castner, Jacob's opponent for this evening, and their manager, Jake Meltzer. Robert, you're back. Obviously, you made it very far into the tournament, really just making a statement in your run in the tournament, taking out the #1 seed. You unfortunately came up short against another rookie in Igor Kosik, but you're facing a new rookie in Jacob Cameron. Thoughts on the match today?
Yeah, my whole goal here, although it probably is set in stone given what Igor did, my goal is to make sure that I don't contribute to someone's Rookie of the Year campaign. That's why I'm here today. No other reason. The tournament thing happened. I ruined Payson's summer. I feel bad about it, but I did it. It's fall time, I guess. So cool. Good.
Payson will be fine. It's adorable that Nazario is trying to make Fundacum happen like it's fetch or something, but I'm just excited to be in my former teammate's corner as always, and I know I was there for the perfect game that Jacob mentioned. It was quite a spectacle to see. In an ideal world, that will be replicated, but I expect a bigger fight from Mr. Cameron today. And no offense, Robert, I don't expect you to go perfect, but I still expect you to do well. Just being realistic here. I'm bad at lying. So anyway, still excited to see this one. I think you guys are both good, but Robert, experience, I think, on your side and better manager.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you, Jake. We'll put you backstage for now. We will get into the match, starting with round #1, which will work like this. Each competitor will be asked 8 questions in 8 different categories of movie trivia. They get all 8 right, they will get a bonus question, and they answer individually on their whiteboards in 15 seconds. Each competitor has 3 repeats and 1 challenge to use for the entirety of the match. Any questions before we get started?
Now, who do I bribe to get a good wheel spin?
I don't know. The RNG gods. I don't know.
Okay.
I'll get us started with the first question of round #1, which comes in the category of the 1990s. What 90s film features the characters Lester Burnham, Ricky Fitz, and Angela Hayes?
Do you know anybody named Lester?
No. They're a rare breed, those Lesters now.
Yeah. Usually weird guys, weird folks.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We will go to Robert first.
American Beauty.
And Jacob?
St. Elmo's Fire. That's not it.
American Beauty is correct. So Robert will take the 1-point lead.
And with that, we go to your next question in the category of comedy. In Caddyshack, what specific type of candy bar is thrown into the pool that gets it evacuated?
I'm just glad he didn't say, what is the name of the country club? Because that question has been asked so many times now in trivia. I feel like in a short period of time.
I mean, it's just right there. It's
5,
along the line of,
4,
that catch a thief nickname
3,
question.
Repeat,
2.
please.
All right. That is Robert's first repeat.
All right, then. Again, comedy. In Caddyshack, what specific type of candy bar is thrown into the pool that gets it evacuated? Yeah. I screwed up. I was all flustered on my board. I put the C and the R in the wrong spot, so I got the C on the end. This is a whole mess. Like, I don't know what I'm going to do.
So I'm like CCR at this point.
5,
Right?
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We will go to Jacob.
Baby Ruth.
And Robert?
I had a weird problem spelling the word baby, but Baby Ruth.
Baby Ruth is correct. So Robert maintains his 1-point lead there. Your next question will come in the category of animation. What U.S. state do the Simpson family flee to after escaping Springfield in the Simpsons movie?
I feel like we just have to go back a little bit. Just like, I'm trying to think of how many different ways you can actually misspell baby.
I weirdly added an E. Like I
5,
was trying to say babe, the baby. It was a whole thing.
2, 1. Pens down. We will go to Rob.
Alaska.
Jacob?
California.
Alaska is correct. So Robert extends his lead there.
Giving your next question, the category of actors and actresses. Who has appeared in Lady Bird, 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri, and Honey Boy?
You a fan of these movies, Mark?
I actually like all 3. Yeah.
Nice.
I'm probably the biggest fan of the last one I said.
Really? 5,
I think so, yeah.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, Jacob. And Jacob.
I started to write Laurie Metcalf, but that's not right.
And Robert.
I didn't have anything.
Both incorrect. We're looking for Lucas Hedges.
Oh.
That guy.
So no perfect rounds as we get into your next question, which will come in the category of directors. How many people have directed entries in the Terminator franchise? Sometimes I can read, sometimes I can't. I guess today is one of those can't days.
I mean, all the letters are there. So, I mean,
yeah.
It's not like, you're missing a bet. You just put the W in the wrong place.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Repeat.
All right. I'll count that. How many people have directed entries in the Terminator franchise?
Got it that time.
Yes. I'm a pro at this question now.
I was trying to think of the guy who, you don't have to answer, obviously, if this comes up. I was trying to think of the guy who plays the brother in Get Out.
5,
I knew he was in 3 Billboards, but I couldn't think of his name to save my life.
2, 1. Pens down. We will go to Robert.
5.
And Jacob?
6.
5 is correct.
Oh, God, I said 5 and I doubted myself. Dang it.
Looking for James Cameron, Jonathan Mostow, Mick G, Alan Taylor, and Tim Miller.
That's all of them. With that, we'll be moving on to your next question in the category of Oscars. Who won Best Supporting Actor for films released in 1974?
So you asked me recently if I gave a shit about the Oscars. Do you give a shit about the Oscars?
I'll give you the same response I gave you last time. No. Absolutely not.
We could start our own anti-Oscars club.
Yeah.
4.
That shit off the
3.
wheel.
You're all invited. 2, 1. Pens down. We will go to Jacob first.
Christopher Walken. That's not it.
And Robert?
So De Niro. Robert De Niro.
Robert De Niro is correct for The Godfather Part 2.
Yep.
So your penultimate question of round number 1, which will come in the category of classics. What 1960s movie centers around a slave revolt in ancient Rome?
Been a part of many slave revolts.
No, I don't know how to respond to that.
Figure out a way, dude. Figure out a way.
Say that you have, or that
4,
you've been a part of more than one.
2, 1. Pens down. We'll go to. I'm so thrown off by that. Robert
Spartacus.
and Jacob,
Spartacus.
both correct.
I love doing this. All right, your final question in round number 1. So it comes in the category 2010s. What store does Therese work at in Carol?
Ooh, in the private chat, we got the anti-Oscars club is called Not Being in the Rogue Nation. Facts.
Yes. I mean, nobody in our faction is going to name the Oscars after.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We will go to Jacob
I said a dress shop.
and Robert.
Oh, I thought we needed this. I said Saks Fifth Avenue.
We were looking for specifics. We were looking for Macy's.
Macy's. Oh.
So coming out of round number 1, I have the score at 6-2 in Robert's favor. Is that you have, Mark?
That's what I got.
All right, then we will go into round number 2, which will work like this. It is the wheel round. Each competitor will get their turn to spin at the wheel, which will decide what category they'll be answering questions in. 5 questions, each worth 2 points apiece unless they check down to multiple choice, in which case it would be worth 1 point. Stealing is available in this round. The categories on the wheel today are MCU and comic book movies, which are Robert's strengths, as well as directed by Denis Villeneuve and animation, which are Jacob's strengths, as well as the general categories of directors, romance, Oscars, and sports. So, Robert, you are in the lead. We will bring your manager in here. Would you like to spin first or defer?
I say spin again. Or not spin again, spin second.
Yeah.
Sorry, yes.
I think that's the second time you've done that with me.
Listen, I just saw The Flash, and that movie hurt my feelings. So
No, yeah,
I can understand.
yeah. Deferring sounds
yes.
great.
Okay, sounds good. Then we will bring in Nazario. And Jacob, this will be your first spin at the wheel.
Please be kind to me. Please be kind to me. Please be kind to me.
And it is very kind to you. It is spinner's choice.
All right. All right.
Take your
Can I see
strength,
the
man. Don't
category?
even doubt it.
All right. You know what? Maximum effort. Denis Villeneuve, please.
Okay.
Let's go.
So, Mark, would you like to give him his questions in Denis Villeneuve after I take Nazario out?
You don't
Yeah,
want
I'll
to
do
do
that.
it. He's Canadian.
Oh, yeah. Whatever. Mark, go ahead.
Cool. All right. Your first question, directed by Denis Villeneuve. In Enemy, Anthony and Daniel discover they have identical scars on what part of their bodies?
Multiple choice, please.
Multiple choice options are A, hand, B, face, C, chest, or D, ankle.
Let's go with hand.
That is incorrect. Going over to Robert for the 1 point steal. Is it A, hand, B, face, C, chest, or D, ankle?
I'm gonna say ankle.
That is also incorrect. We're looking for C, chest.
That's my second choice. Okay.
Going over to your next question. How many films directed by Denis Villeneuve does Maxime Gaudet appear in?
Three.
That is incorrect. Going over to Robert for the 2 point steal.
I'll one up it. I'll say 4.
It's also incorrect. You went the wrong way. It is 2.
It's 2. Okay.
It's 2. Polytechnique and Incendies.
Okay.
Oh,
All right. Your next question. How does Ted, played by John Bernthal, try to kill Kate after she realizes he is working with the cartel in Sicario?
Five, 4, 3.
stabbing her.
That is incorrect. Going over to Robert for the 2-point steal.
He tries to strangle her.
Oh,
That is
God.
correct for 2 points.
That is right. No.
All right, going over to your penultimate question and directed by Denis Villeneuve. Who plays Grace Dover, Keller's wife, in Prisoners?
Maria Bello.
That is correct for 2 points.
I at least got one.
Going into your final question and directed by Denis Villeneuve. In Dune, what kind of item do the Freemen give to House Atreides as a gift to honor them as the new rulers of Arrakis?
It's technically the Fremen, by the way, but regardless. Multiple choice.
Okay, multiple choice options are: is it A, flower, B, knife, C, bucket, or D, banner?
It's a knife.
That is correct for 1 point.
Great. So coming out of that round, I have it now. Robert 8, Jacob 5.
That's what I got.
All right. Then I'll bring back the wheel and bring in Robert's manager, Jake. And Robert, this will be your first spin at the wheel.
Great job on that deal, buddy.
Just watched it.
You land on the category of comic book movies.
Probably shouldn't. Fuck
Yeah,
around, right?
strength. I think you should take this. for
Yeah,
sure.
I'll take it. Sounds good.
All right. Thank you, Jake. So, Robert, I will be reading you your questions in the category of comic book movies. Are you ready?
Sounds good.
All right. Your first question. What is the nickname of crime boss Alphonse Caprice in Dick Tracy?
Multiple.
All right. Your options are A, Mumbles, B, Big Boy, C, Flat Top, or D, The Brow.
Flat top.
That is incorrect. Jacob, for the 1 point steal, is it A, Mumbles, B, Big Boy, C, Flat Top, or D, The Brow?
Big boy.
That is correct for the 1 point steal. All right, the multiple choice letters were in the wrong order, so I was confused. Your next question. Who plays FBI Director Tom Manning in the first 2 Hellboy films?
Jeffrey Tambor.
That is correct for 2 points. Your next question. How many times did Gene Hackman play Lex Luthor in theatrically released films?
3 times.
That is correct for 2 points. So then your penultimate question in this category. What is the name of the mental institution where Francis Barrison is being held in Venom Let There Be Carnage?
Ravencroft.
That is correct for 2 points. We had Ravencroft Institute. You got the important part, so you're good. Your final question in this category. In The Batman, the Riddler's first victim is Gotham's mayor. What job does his second victim have?
Police commissioner.
That is correct for 2 points. So now, coming out of round number 2, I have the score at Robert with 16, Jacob at 6. Is that what you have, Mark?
Yes.
Score 16-6 in Robert's favor, which brings us to round number 3, which will work like this. It is the pick your poison round. Here's how it works. We will be going back and forth drafting categories, starting with the player in the lead, which in this case is Robert. Once the category is drafted, it cannot be drafted by your opponent. Once all categories are drafted, the player behind will answer questions until they take the lead. You will choose which category and for what point value you would like to take first. We will go until there is a mathematical winner. And Robert, since you are in the lead, we'll bring in your manager and you get the first pick of the draft.
Okay.
We'll bring in Nazario too.
Yeah, can we get the list?
Categories in the chat, please.
Yep. On it.
I mean,
Oh, there they are.
Yep. Cody got him.
I was thinking you should draft sports first.
Oh, you think? I was gonna leave it.
Yeah.
But
I think you should take
Well,
it now.
Yeah. All right. Sports. We'll draft sports first.
All right.
Okay, Jacob, how are you feeling? Like, what of these sounds good for you?
Let's go 2010s.
Sure, 10s.
And
I kind of want to go 2000s.
yeah, I was gonna suggest that too.
All right.
Let's do that.
Yeah. 2000s. Then next.
I'd say you should think about mystery thrillers, action adventure. Those are pretty general. Maybe you get like a well-known movie.
Let's go action for 2.
Mystery thriller. I think next.
Yeah, I think we can do mystery thriller. Sure.
Okay. Mystery thriller next.
Okay. I would go 90s, but I don't know if you have a stronger feeling on another category. By the way, the point value is not this. You set up the point value later.
Yeah, I know.
You just take in categories.
I want to go sports. I was eyeing that since the beginning.
He took it.
It's ready to go.
Oh,
It's
I
gone.
can't. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
You're good.
I had a moment. Okay. Let's go 2000s. Or no, wait, that was taken already too. Shoot.
Music coming of age in 90s is left.
I'll
Coming
take
in.
music.
Music.
Sorry, y'all. I'm just.
It's
No,
okay.
you're And then 90s. We'll take 90s then.
Yeah, we can.
All right.
Okay. Jacob,
So then
before
coming of age.
before
will
I get
be-
yes,
Sorry.
before I get put back, Jacob. So basically, you need all four. All
Yeah,
four
I
movies.
I know.
You could, if it was me, I would go for the one I feel most confident first for 4 points, because if you get it, then the rest is gonna be easier coming for you. So because if you start growing like 1, 2, 3, you won't get your confidence up. You need to get a strong one. So the only difference is gonna be you may lose by 10, you may lose by 1. So I'd say start with the strongest one, put it on 4, and burn that shit.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, managers. We'll put you backstage for now.
Thank you.
We will get this started. Starting with Jacob, because he is behind. He will be answering his questions first. Jacob, what category would you like to answer first, and at what point value?
I would like action adventure for 1, please.
For 1. All right. And I will be reading you your questions because I read Robert his in round 2. So your 1-point question in action adventure. Gerard Butler and Frank Grillo star in what 2021 action film?
I'm gonna need a repeat, please.
Okay. That is your first repeat, I believe.
Second.
Second
Second.
repeat, my bad. Gerard Butler and Frank Grillo star in what 2021 action film?
He makes 1 million
5,
of these every year.
Or
Greenland?
and your winner, by way of technical knockout, we were looking for Cop Shop.
Oh, God. Oh,
Robert
no.
Castner is your winner. I forgot to say that. Jesus, I'm all over the place. Good match. We'll put Robert backstage. Start with our unfortunate second place finisher for this evening, Jacob. Jacob, it was seems a bit of bad luck in the questions you got asked in round number 2.
Yeah.
And Yeah, just Robert was able to pull ahead in round number 1. Tough to come back from that. He also got a comic book movies. I know you're probably not super thrilled with how it went today, but still, how are you feeling overall?
Well, at least I didn't get knocked out this time. I mean, I kind of did, but not like completely stomped like last time. So I guess I could take solace in that. It hurts. It really does, because I love doing this, and I, of course, want to win, and this is fun for me, but it just sucks to lose. But you know what? All I can do is just prepare for the next one and just come back stronger. I got good things going in Fandom. I got good things going with Jim in Fandom teams. So shake it off, move on.
Yeah, I mean, look, you're at 500 right now. Your record's still solid. I mean, so we'll definitely be seeing you back. And you've also just been playing like really well in this season up till this point. So who would you like to play in your next match?
Well, these couple losses, they've made me really hungry now. So you know what? Just seems like a generic ask, but like just give me someone. I don't care, because I'll run into the charge head first. But good game to Robert. He earned it.
I gotta say a little bit something here. I think you were a little rattled. That's it. Like, you got a little rattled at the beginning, and it took you a while to come to like gather yourself. Maybe you are afraid of ghosts, even in friendly ones. So that could have been it. But on the other hand, that was a rough 1-pointer for round 3.
Yeah.
But Jesus, okay, cop shop. I've never heard of that in my life. But you are a strong player. You are very solid, and I wouldn't like to be the next person you play. Probably another Fandom. I don't know. But this time, it will be different.
Oh, well, I accept my loss with grace, Robert. Congratulations. Well earned. On to the next one.
Good sportsmanship. Love to see the good sportsmanship. All right, well, thank you for coming out today, Jacob. We'll put you backstage for now. We'll bring in our winner for this evening, Robert, and their manager, Jake Meltzer. Robert, great match overall, like 6 in round 1, solid, and you did exactly what you needed to in round number 2 in the general category that you picked. So thoughts overall on the performance?
A little sloppy in places. I should have got one of the 2 1-pointers that I didn't get, and we would have had a knockout. I did the math wrong. I was gesturing you, Dylan, to give the knockout, not realizing that it was 10-point lead, not 11-point lead. That's how weird I was today. No, I felt good about it. Round 1 was pretty good. I was, feeling pretty good about how that came out. I was worried about his Denis Villeneuve, but sometimes strength level questions are strength level questions, and he doesn't have that many movies. So what are you going to do? Thank you for watching Sicario. Thank you, Pluto TV. Maybe you can sponsor us at some point. That'd be cool. This is great. 2 games over 500. I've won 7 matches, and 6 have been by TKO. Weirdly enough. Payson's the only person who could actually push me to anything. So I don't know what that says about anything, but it's good. Comeback player of the year, maybe.
Any words from Jake?
Yeah, I'm happy that Robert was able to bounce back the way that he did, and yeah, like you said, it just came down to who did better in their strength in round 2, and yeah, I think for anybody, and like for Jacob, like I know it was like I said, the last match would be kind of like a learning experience for him, and I think this one as well, with like learning that like with your strength, you got to make sure you're up on it, because like you just like, oh, I like this stuff. It's stuff I've liked, I've watched a lot. Like, you still got to be fresh. And I genuinely like want him to succeed, because it's always great to get new blood in this division and this whole league in general. Like, as somebody who was part of the problem, you don't like seeing the same people competing for titles time after time. And like I said, I was part of the problem. So, yeah, and like, but Robert, I think, can also contribute to that too in both divisions. Like, he's just been having an awesome year overall, and I think he's making a push for overall player of the year so far at this point. And I'm just excited to keep going on that journey with him because, like, I loved being his team partner. I love being his manager, and I just want to keep the run going.
My baby has only made me stronger. That's apparently that's the case. And
it's pretty incredible. Like, I don't think I would be able to do that. So props to you.
Yay for her. Yay for us. Everybody.
So one last quick question before you head out. I don't know what your next match is, so maybe there's a plan for who you're facing next, but who would you like to play next out of anyone?
I'll just say not anybody from Fun DMC because it's been happening a lot in both divisions, and I'm kind of just like, guys, other people play.
For real.
Similar records. And we want to lift each other up, not bring each other down.
Chen. I'd like to play Chen. I think that would be good for a comparison of two people who I think are more thought of as fandom players, but we can tussle, and we both made pretty deep runs this year in the tournament. So I think Chen would be a good one.
Yeah, he's had a really strong Melee season, so I would be very interested to see that one.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, just based on how well both of you guys have been playing this season, that's definitely a match I would like to see. But thank you for coming out, Robert. Congrats on the win. We'll put you backstage for now, and we'll finish this out. Mark, I thought that was a really solid performance from Robert. Jacob played really good too, but it was just, I agree with what Nazario was saying. I think he was a little bit rattled coming out of round number 1, but he's proven to be a great player just overall this season, and definitely one of our top rookies of this season still. Thoughts on the match overall?
No, it was pretty good. It just sometimes, you kind of just get off to a weird start, and it's kind of hard to recover sometimes, and it's just sort of the way it is, and there's not really much you can do. Just kind of get ready for the next one, more or less, like he just said. But Robert's had himself a pretty good year here in Melee. I think he's it's going to be interesting to see what he does, with these last couple months.
Yeah, as someone who's also trying to make a rally for comeback player of the year, Robert's starting to make me sweat a little bit. But anyways, we're going to take this out now. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all the managers, all the players, the writers and showrunners, from all of us here at Multiplex. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Goodbye. Later.
After you, Junior. You'll always have Paris.
Bye-bye, boys.
Have fun storming the castle.
Think it'll wait?
Goodbye.